Hey, it's Bill Gross, the LA probate expert, with my weekly real estate market update. And, from the real estate news I read, the headlines and poor sources, you might think we're headed for a real estate market crash. That seems to get all the attention. Are we? I'm going to show you some statistics in just a bit that say not. But let's take a quick look. I searched in YouTube, I put in housing crash and filtered out for the last week, and look at the results I get. The coming housing crash, 18,000 views. The real estate bubble is about to explode, 52,000 views. You have no idea what's about to happen. 51,000 views. And this one's my favorite. Don't buy a house. Now, imagine you're relocating. You won the lottery. You got a huge raise. You're moving from a high-cost area like California to a lower-cost area. And this guy's saying not to buy a house because the market's going to crash that much. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just a practitioner here in Los Angeles, California, helping families like you buy and sell property, helping investors buy property, work with attorneys and families in the probate court to get the best outcome. And from where I sit, based on the data, even in Los Angeles, California, our market is not just solid. It's poised, perhaps, for the best year ever. Let's take a look at the data and see what the data tells us. Now, I came across this amazing report by Redfin. Redfin is like a real estate agency, self-service, that replaces like the worst real estate agents in our market. They do a decent job. They're a competitor, but because they're in every MLS in the country, they have some great research. And they did this housing market update. But I think they missed the headline in their own data. Let me show what I mean. The headline they come up with is the median is up 16% from a year earlier. Well, I would ask, what's not up 16%? In fact, maybe houses should be up by more than that. Gas is up 50%. Hamburger meat. I was shopping today for our family. The market is up dramatically. Vegetables are up. Everything is up 60% or more. So that houses went up is just really not even news. In fact, maybe housing prices should have gone up more, but are limited by appraisals and lenders. Something to think about. But buried deep in their report with all these great findings, I think is the real meat. Let me show you what I mean. Pending home sales up 2.6% year over year. That means that the number of homes entering into escrow is not just solid, but it's over last year and the year before by almost 3%. And we know the last 2 years were record years, and it's at a higher level than those years. New listings are even less. We've been talking about tight inventory from before the pandemic. Then it got worse during the pandemic. Now, I've seen article after article talking about foreclosures can hit the market, talking about new builders. Guess what? There's less homes coming in the market now than even the last 2 years of the pandemic. And the result is active listings today are below last year by 24%. That means you need to have 24% more houses to be the same as last year. And that was below the year before that. And that was below the year before that, meaning we're at record low inventory, getting lower every single month, apparently, based on the current data. That's despite interest rates jumping from 2.75 to over 4 now, back down to 3.75%. And look how quickly homes are selling. 58% sold within 2 weeks, more than ever. Not only that, 45% sold within 1 week, more than ever. So houses are selling faster than the last 2 years. It does not look like it's slowing down. Look at how many homes sold on average in 26 days. And this one's really stunning. The ones that sell above the list price, over 44% sold over list price more in the last 2 years. And then the effect of it is the average home sold for over asking by about 1%. Now, that was exceeded last year in the selling season, May, June, July, and the prior year, it didn't even get there. Here we are in February, normally a slow year throughout the country. We have snow in some places and whatever. The Super Bowl still hadn't finished up by the end of the month. And already homes on average are selling about 1% over the list price. So what's all this mean? I don't have a crystal ball. I can only play the cards in front of us today. Today, rates are higher than they were a year ago, though they came down a little bit as a result of the Russian invasion. And very complicated, long explanation. But at the end of the day, rates today are 3.75, down from highs of 4% recently. But with a lack of inventory, there's no way the market can crash. The only way there's a crash is if there's more sellers than buyers, and sellers agree to cut the prices. If there's not enough sellers to sell houses, there's no way that can happen. And based on the data I just showed you, that's not going to happen anytime, not in the next few months, and not unless there's a massive change of some sort in our bigger economy. So what to do? Look, if you have to buy a house or want to buy a house today, make sure you can lock in these great interest rates. Now you're looking at a payment to live in a house. I have friends today who just got an offer accepted yesterday. They're excited, even though housing prices are higher in Las Vegas than a year ago. They made more money. They're glad to be in the house, and they know they can lock in that payment for 30 years. If you're selling a house, you're going to get over a listing price. You can dictate the terms. Let a strong agent like me help you not just sell the property, but get the right terms, get the buyer locked in, so that you can go on to whatever your strategy is after that, whether it be investing or moving, whatever it is. If I can help you, call, text, or email. I'm Bill Gross, the LA Probate Expert. And as always, make this week your best week ever.